What is an obsession you had that is beyond embarrassing? I used to think I was the next Kurt Cobain and that no one understood my inner pain, man. Had the most comfortable and happy childhood ever. In middle school, I was convinced I would marry a celebrity I had never met. I even wrote fake wedding vows in a notebook. Making fan art of my own Sims. They had backstories and everything. Back when there were only 152 Pokemon, I was a kid obsessed with memorizing them according to their Pokédex number. There was a big Pokemon event in our town and I joined the How Many Pokemon You Can Name in 60 Seconds competition, convinced I would win. I froze up around halfway and couldn't remember the rest. Had to resort to naming random Pokemon that came to mind. The kid who won simply recited the Pokemon. Everyone talks about the common pregnancy side effects like random food cravings, pains, mood changes, act. It's not talked about, but it's also common to crave non-foods like dirt. It's embarrassing to feel. It's embarrassing to admit to even when my doctor tells me it's normal and okay. It's hard to accept that dirt sounds delicious right now. Hormones are crazy. When I was around 14-15, in a misguided attempt to appear more cultured than I was, I'd spend my free time memorizing Shakespeare sonnets and monologues for the sole purpose of being able to quote them in conversation and make people think I was sophisticated. To this day, I can still recite Hamlet's soliloquy in its entirety by heart, but have never actually read Hamlet. I used to memorize every line from my favorite reality TV series and randomly quote them in conversations, which I thought was hilarious. It was not. I was unhealthily obsessed with Santa. I would write him over-the-top thank you letters and put so much effort into making a box of handmade things as presents for him. Funnily enough, it wasn't self-serving. I wouldn't ever ask for much in the way of presents. It was just I wanted him to know how much I appreciated him and wanted to be his favorite. I was a weird child, collecting every McDonald's Happy Meal toy as an adult. Writing erotic fiction to several of my female friends. I made sure that they were receptive to it before letting my freak flag fly, and they all enjoyed it. And all but one of them would write hot and steamy replies. Some of them were even sleazier than my writing. We were discreet, but it would have been embarrassing if anyone else found out. When I was 4 to 5 years old, I had a huge crush on Betty Rubble. I'd lay in front of the television when the Flintstones came on, just waiting to get a glimpse of Betty. My drug use TBH. MAD embarrassing looking back. When I was about 11 I learned that lasers were light passed through crystals. So I drew up a picture of a gun handle on a flashlight, with a crystal in front of the light. I called it the Laser Gun 2000. This was the 80s, just so we're clear. I then called the US Patent Office and tried to get it patented. Come to think of it, maybe that's not embarrassing. It's kind of funny. One obsession I had that went way beyond normal was collecting Funko Pop figures. I started with just a few, and then found myself hunting down rare ones, even driving across town to grab a limited edition. At one point, I had over 100 on display, and realized I was spending more time organizing them than actually enjoying them. It got pretty out of hand, but eventually, I let go of the obsession. Still have a few, but definitely not to the same extreme. Writing love letters to a celebrity and actually mailing them. I used to collect Beanie Babies and make up elaborate backstories for each one. Don't judge me, they were worth hundreds of dollars at one point. When I was around 11 or 12 I had an obsession with saying spells, doing rituals, doing potions, and saying chants to try and become a mermaid or develop possible invisibility powers among lots of other things. I truly believed they would work and I was so sad when they didn't. I kept trying for a good year. My parents have a video of it. Trying to train my cat to meow the Star Wars theme. Girls with fox tails and ears. Can't believe I just wrote that on Maine. Fucking YOLO. Warrior Cats. I stopped reading it a couple of series ago.